Welcome to part 2 of the Heirloom cover tutorial. In part 1 you will have learnt how to put the felting tool and needles together, how to use the pad underneath your work, how to handle the wool and basic sampling. The sampling itself teaches you what you need, and needle felting, like any craft, is a constant process of learning. Also in part 1 I discussed the extent of your needling to ensure that the fibres have integrated well into the felt. Now we're going to look at some ideas for mapping out your cover. A group of friends got together to enjoy the companionship and memories of a very talented musician and performer to craft something colourful and special for their friend. It started with some yarn which was used to trace out the shapes. Then the colours were added and roughly needled into place. Adjustments were made and then the final needling was done. This is Virginia, who was inspired by her mother's artwork to make her cover with the help of a friend. Obviously, this cover is quite complex and it took a while to complete and was drawn out carefully beforehand. There may be a whole story to be told, of a life lived and perhaps more to come. That's the case for some who come on my workshops. For others, they might be struggling to find an idea to start with, in which case I'd say keep it very simple. Think of something that is very special to you or the person it's for. Needle felting is like drawing or painting, but the advantage of working with wool is that you can use the material itself to map out an idea, which can be infinitely changed before needling it in. On this cover I'm going to have two simple lines around the edge. Initially I shall anchor the lines down very lightly with a little bit of needling so they don't move, but I can still change them if I want to later. Working in this way helps me to see where things will go and roughly what it will look like. I'm using leaves as an example because they're infinitely changeable, but through sampling I'm sure you'll have other ideas. So, I hope you feel inspired to make a start. If you have any questions, please do get in touch, and I'd love to see your images or film clips. Happy felting!